In today's bite-sized clip, I'm going to tell you what you can learn from the sports sponsorship story of iconic luxury watchmaker Rolex. I'm Darryl Evans, founder of Rocket Yard Sports, and if you like what you hear today, tell your friends by sharing this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, back to Rolex. Most people likely know of Rolex as nothing more than a status symbol. It certainly is that, but prestige is earned. And the Rolex brand has earned its reputation through flawless performance, which is something it has replicated in its marketing and association with elite sport. As Rolex perfected efficient timekeeping and unique innovation, it also became associated with the most recognized entertainers, sports people, and events in the world. The combination of these factors, along with the substantial resale value of the watches, has led to Rolex being the premier watch brand in the world. But to understand how they got here, we first need to look at how they started. So let's take a deep dive into Rolex's foray into athlete endorsement and sponsorship. In 1926, Rolex invented, patented, and released the Oyster, the world's first waterproof watch case. The Oyster had several key features, including a fluted bezel and case back, done to create an airtight seal. Confident in the new product, Hans Wilsdorf, the owner and founder of Rolex, then encouraged long-distance swimmer Mercedes Gleitzer to wear the watch around her neck as she attempted to swim the English Channel for the second time in October 1927. The watch comfortably survived the grueling 10-plus hour attempt, and it stayed in good condition, kept accurate time, and not a single drop of water leaked into the casing of the watch. Rolex then marketed this outstanding achievement brilliantly, taking out a full-page ad in the Daily Mail, which detailed the watch's resilient performance in freezing conditions. The smart and timely promotion popularized Rolex globally and established them as a household name all over Europe. But that was only the beginning. Rolex is most known for its sponsorships in a variety of sports today, such as tennis, equestrian, motorsport, and of course golf. But the overarching view of Rolex was to ensure its presence amongst extraordinary sporting moments and exceptional people. This approach led to Rolex beginning a long-standing partnership with iconic golfer Arnold Palmer in 1967. Palmer was the first in a series of sponsorships which also added major champions Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player to their portfolio. These golfers, known as the Big Three in the 1960s, strengthened the link between sport and brand. Their performances and legendary status in later years have only further developed the relationship, as the Swiss watchmaker can now regularly be seen on the wrists of champions all over the world with trophy in hand. But golfers are only part of the strategy, and they recognize that associations with well-known sporting events around the world further engages their target audience, who are almost always fans of sport in some way. The company sponsored 3 of the 4 major golf championships as recently as 2019 and completed the Grand Slam when Rolex became an official partner and timekeeper of the PGA Championship earlier this year in 2021. In addition to elite men's golf, they are also heavily associated with the women's game, with partnerships with the LPGA, and have awarded the LPGA Player of the Year since 1966. They are also key sponsors in the amateur game as well, but of course only really at international elite level. Why, do you ask? Well, because this is a watch for exceptional people. So how has all this helped Rolex? Well, they are the leader in the luxury watch market with 23.4% market share. This is around 3 times more than their closest competitor, Omega, which is at 8.5% market share. The brand is valued at $7.9 billion, with record revenue of $5.2 billion in 2019. So, what is the key lesson you can learn from Rolex's approach? For me, it boils down to 3 things. Firstly, a good sponsorship strategy puts brands at the heart of the action, right where the passion and the attention of the fans is already placed. Those moments are often recorded and showcased year after year, keeping the brand visible basically forever. Secondly, it gives your brand credibility. Aligning your brand with key sporting moments and people means your brand is connected to exceptional people. Now, everybody wants to feel exceptional, and that desire to want to feel exceptional, in the same way your brand connects with sports events and people, creates desire for them to be a customer of yours. Third and finally, it should tell you that no matter what your business does, the reality is your next customer is very likely going to be a sports fan. So finding engaging ways to make a personal impact on those sports fans can only elevate the status of your brand and in turn have a positive effect on the future sales of your products and services. So there you have it, what you can learn from Rolex. And that's a wrap, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and before you go, I want to say thanks for watching, and if you want to jump on a call to talk about how best to position your brand within sport and how to develop a meaningful sponsorship program, then pick up the phone. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And finally, don't forget to like this post, subscribe to our channel, and tell us what you want to learn more about in the interesting and fascinating world of sports sponsorship by leaving a comment down below. But for now, I'll see you next time.